Hey guys, welcome back. Now this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to make your bearings spin better for your fidget spinners. So I've got one that I made here and another empty one here. Now this is the idle hands fidget spinner on Thingiverse, and I'll put the links in the description. Now this one, it spins, it's a bit chewed up because I actually used the pliers to get the bearings in a bit, but it spins pretty well. And you see it spins smoothly, and that wasn't too much of a push. And yeah, so nice and smoothly, but you won't get a spin like that out of the bearings normally. So I can show that by showing the other one I have here. So I'll put that there, and it should actually just spin like that. And we have this one here. So this is the one you might have seen. I think it's by Mark Fuller, I think his name is. And this one, where are we? So I have a few bearings here. So these two I've actually cleaned out, and this one is a normal bearing still. So if I put this one in here, and this one fits, is a little bit loose. It's not perfectly weighted here because I think it printed a bit awkwardly here, not perfectly round. It didn't actually print the best. As you can see, the surface finish is not perfect, but it will work for now. So if I just spin this like that, oh, make sure that's in properly. Look at that, see, okay, a full push, that's it, that's as far as it goes. Was that 2 seconds? That's it, that's at full push, okay? Now if I get a clean bearing in, so if we look inside there, let me just focus on that, there we go. You can see that bit, completely clean, no grease, nothing like that. So if we put this one in here instead, push that in, and then, oh, there you go, it actually came off the thing because of the tightness, but look, if we can get it to go vertical, hang on 1 second. There we go. Okay, so you can see it spins absolutely smoother. That was just a tiny touch, and it spins much nicer. And this one's a little bit loose here, but if you have this on tightly and give it a good shove, I managed to get, well, out of this one anyway, I managed to get just over a minute, about 1 minute and 5 seconds out of that. So it's not bad at all. And you can see this wobbling slightly, that's because I haven't done the weights perfectly on it. But you can see how much better it spins anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is what I do to clean this. So first of all, you have to get these casings off here. So I'm just going to use a little knife. I used this and it worked, but I guess a small screwdriver, you can get one small enough, will be better. But basically, I've got a bit of blood on here because I've actually cut myself on the knife just a minute ago. But what you want to do is fit it in here like that, slot that in, and then just lever it off. And usually you have to do it quite a few times. Sometimes they come off really easily, sometimes it could take me a good few minutes of putting up either end. So I'm just going to do that now, and what I'll try and do is just fast forward this bit for you. Okay, now I'm back. So as you can see, this bit is about to come off, and there we go. Comes off nice and easily. And see if you can, if I try and focus on this bit here, you might be able to see there's a load of gunk on there. That is all the grease. And if I put that over here, and then if I hold this up, you can see all that grease inside it. And if I hold that one up compared to it, you can see how clean that is. See, look at the difference between the greasy one and the nice clean one. Okay, so what I need to do is just go onto that side now and take this off. As you can see on this one, it has none of them. So time to do. Okay, finally got this other one off, and that took a good 5 minutes to do when the other one took a few seconds. So let's put that aside, and as you can see, all the grease in there. Actually, not as much grease in that side. It seems to be mostly in that side. And what you can see is in between each little ball. Let's try and focus. See how close I can get this to the camera. There we go. Inside each little ball, you can see the grease. Where are we? There. So there. And it's quite a lot. It's a lot of gunk, and that obviously stops it from spinning. So if you see here, so if I spin, just nothing, no spin at all. But if we use one of these cleaned ones, well, that one hasn't got much spin either. Let's try this one. There you go. You can see that has a much nicer bit to it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is take our one we've just emptied. Where are we? Here we are. And I'm going to put some degreaser on this. Okay. So the degreaser I use is, let's move this away. I just bought a bulk one. This. So Ubic 2000, the reliable cleaner for industry. So it basically just says cuts through stubborn grease and grime, oil, grease, fats, all that crap. And it seems to do a great job on this. So let's get some grease on it. Okay, now that this has been soaking for about half hour, I think it is, I flipped it over also, and now, I mean, you can't really see from there, but you can see that I can kind of see that the grease is almost gone. So what I like to do now is just give it a rinse under some water, some fast flowing water, just cold water. I don't really care about anything more than that. I just fiddle a little bit with a knife here just to make sure the grease is out. So I'm going to quickly rinse this under some water. I'll be back in. Okay, so I've rinsed it under some water, and now if I can focus here, there we are. So you can see no grease at all. You can see right the way through it, clean as anything. And in fact, if I spin it, look at that, perfect. Spins for quite a while. Now, if we were to stick that into this spinner, remember what it was like before? I don't think we've got an unclean one here to show, but you remember before? So if I put this in, so in the tri spinner, and look at that, goes for ages. It's actually a really good bearing, this one. And a lot of the time what I tend to do is actually add a bit of WD-40. So let's see this just here. There we are, WD-40. Because sometimes they seem to not quite spin as well as I'd like, but this one actually seems like a really good bearing. Sometimes you have to spin it a few times to get it going, but if I try this one for example, it doesn't quite spin as much as that other one I've just done, and this one barely spins at all, see, and this one's actually cleaned out. So this one looks like a pretty good job, and in a spinner looks like it's going to do a great job. So that's how you clean out the bearing, get it in the spinner, and get your bearing doing a much better job. And this one looks like it will go for a while. Cool. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I think one stream I will do soon is put a video of me streaming and maybe make my own fidget spinner on Fusion 360. And I think I might do that soon. And another video I'll be bringing out soon as well is practicing sanding to smooth the PLA, because I need an option without doing ABS that will smooth it well, and know that sanding from a low grit like 50, 100 all the way up to 2000 can do well. So that will come in next video within a few days. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.